Hi guys, this is Marissa. How are you today? Today is Halloween and I'm really excited to be with you guys to talk about some fun vocabulary as well as some fun traditions and whatever you guys have going on today. So I have a fun game planned and hopefully we can get these questions coming so you guys can participate and we're just gonna have a good time. So we have a couple people join us already. Ben is here with us. Welcome, Ben. Awesome. Okay. Harem, welcome. Manuel, you are in Colombia? Awesome. What is the weather like in Colombia today? Tell us about it. Hussein, welcome. Omar, thank you. You are so good at joining these videos, Omar. Mohammed is watching. Welcome. Gonna have a good time. Okay, I'm gonna mute my video. Mamon, hello. How's it going? It's going great. Okay, who else is here with us and where are you from? Tell us a little bit about yourselves. Sup, that's Marcelo from Brazil. Sup, Marcelo. Guess what? I was just watching a Brazilian movie, Marcelo. It's called, it's about Cinderella, something like that. Okay. Harem, it's too late here in Kurdistan. Okay. I know, I'm sorry. I know it's not the best time for most of you, so thank you. I just had some Halloween plans tonight, so I had to do this a little early. Okay, Bilal is asking a question. Do you know the history of Halloween? You know, I'm not an expert on the history of Halloween, but I know it kind of originates from a tradition called All Hallows Eve, and something about pumpkins and lighting them up. If you know more about it, please share. Mohammed, I'm doing good. How are you? Rashid, hola, bienvenido. Amin, Mohammed, Hero. Omar, you're from El Salvador. Awesome. Rustam, I am married. Lo siento. Hey teacher, I'm from Israel, and how are you doing? Great. Marcelo, I'm glad you're opted for watching a Brazilian movie. Yes. Well, mostly they have Brazilian novellas, right? Not as many Brazilian movies. So that was kind of unique. And, okay. So first I wanted to ask you guys about something. I don't know how popular it is in the countries that you're from, but there's a book series and movie series that I really like called Harry Potter. Okay, have any of you watched or read Harry Potter? Antonio, welcome. Mohammed from Algeria. Good to see you. I'm doing good. How are you? Jerry, greetings from Peru. Welcome, Jerry. Yes, today we are talking about a fun topic. It's a type of words, a type of word called onomatopoeia. And onomatopoeia are words that sound like sounds, okay? And I noticed in other countries, they use different words to describe sounds. For example, in your country, what does a chick say? A baby chicken. I know in Spanish they say pew, 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 right? But here in the United States, we actually say cheep, 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 cheep. And that's the onomatopoeia word for the sound that a chick makes. So we're going to talk about a lot of fun words like that, not just animal noises, but words that describe sounds, and there are so many of them. And I had a really cool interactive game thing I'm going to play with you guys if I can get it working. So pray for me. All right. Okay. What is your custom for the Halloween? Amin is asking. Well, that is a good question. I did a video a little bit about this earlier, but a few things I mentioned is kids go door to door, they knock the door and they say trick or treat, and they hold out their bags. They're wearing a costume. It can be lots of different kinds of costumes, like a princess or a dragon or a Spider-Man or a witch or a wizard or a mummy or a movie character, like a I don't know, some celebrity. You'll see all kinds, or even just like objects, like dressed like pizza or something. All right, so we dress in costumes. We eat a lot of sweets and candy, which is common in a lot of American holidays. You'll find out even Easter and Christmas, we eat a lot of sugar. So that is something about Halloween in the United States. Do you guys celebrate Halloween? I would love to learn more about it. Marcelo says here in Brazil, it's also Pio Pio for a baby chicken. Nice. June is here with us today. Awesome. I am from the United States. Anissa Roman is asking. Okay. I wanted to show you guys something kind of cool. So I was talking about Harry Potter, which J.K. Rowling is the author, and it's about fantasy. It's all fake stories about witches and wizards. And I went to an event with my family last weekend where we got to go to Harry Potter World miniature version, and we got these cool wands. And they're like individualized wands. Mosine is asking, where's your Halloween dress? I wish I had a better costume this year, but I'm trying to feel better because I have these cool wands. Actually, I have 4 different ones, so I'm going to show you all of them. Here's another one. Right? Doesn't that make you just feel magical? Like if you could hold one of these and go... And, oh, this is kind of the other wands. So, pretty cool. And along with wands, you might hear someone say, or in the movie they say swish and flick, okay? Swish and flick. Those are 2 examples of onomatopoeia, or words that sound like sounds. So swish, if you kind of listen to that, swish, swish, swish. It makes you think of this kind of motion, swish, 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 and then flick, flick. That's another onomatopoeia word, okay? Awesome. Haley's with us. You guys, we should call it Halloween. June told me that today. Happy Halloween to all of our Hallowers today. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you all for joining us. We're going to talk about different types of onomatopoeia words, and you will sound, honestly, when you use these kinds of words, it will be impressive to native speakers because it's not your just common vocabulary. It's going above just the everyday vocabulary, I think, that you would maybe learn in school or everyday conversation. But they're fun because they're very descriptive. So let's talk about a few onomatopoeias talking about kind of vocal sounds. And I'm going to share actually a link to a page with a lot of these words so you guys can go back and learn more, okay? All right, the first word is giggle. Do any of you know what giggle means? Giggle, for example, is like like a little laugh, okay? That's a giggle, all right? So if you see 2 girls in the corner going, you'd say, what are you giggling about? All right? Something interesting about these words is they can be both a noun and a verb. So you could say, I heard a giggle, or she is giggling, or he is giggling. All right. So I'm gonna just type that first word for you, giggle. All right. The second word is growl. Growl. G-R-O-W-L. G-R-O-W-L. A growl. So that's a kind of animalistic word, and it means kind of this sound. All right. Or if you see a dog, or even like a bear, or like a werewolf, if we're thinking about Halloween, okay? That's a growl, and it's not a friendly sound to hear. So giggle and growl are totally opposite. You don't want to mix those up. The third word is mumble. Mumble. This is a word that means to speak in a way that's slurring or mixing together your words in a soft way, okay? For example, this is mumbling. Can you hear me talking? Because I'm kind of mumbling, okay? Mumble. When you're speaking English, you do not want to mumble. You want to speak clearly and confidently, okay? Mumble. All right. The next word is chatter. Chatter. When I think of chatter, I think of multiple people kind of talking at the same time, like chatter. That could be actually like a people sound, like people chattering or talking, or it could also be like an animal sound. I think maybe monkeys kind of chatter, like hoo hoo hoo, you know. So chatter is another good word. C-H-A-T-T-E-R. Cool. All right, now there are also onomatopoeia words. I know that's a long word in itself, onomatopoeia. Can you say it? Onomatopoeia. All right. Collision sounds like bam, bang, clang, clink, clap, click, clink, ding, jingle, screech, slap, thud, thump. Okay, those are all words, all right? And they maybe don't describe perfectly what's happening, but it can give you an idea of the kind of action that's happening. So, for example, if you, so bam, like maybe if two cars collide against, sorry, I almost ended the video there, bam. So this could be like bam or crash, okay? Also bang, when you think of a gun going off, like bang, bang, that's the word we use. Clang, maybe if you had two like pots and pans, it would make a clang, clang, clang sound. Clap, that's a common one, right? Clap. But we also talk about like thunder clap, or any like sharp, sudden sound that's really loud can be a clap, okay? What about click, click? If you hear my little keyboard going like this, can you hear it? That's a clicking sound, okay? The click of the keyboard. So we also have snap, right? Snap. But snap can also mean, like if I were to break this in half, it would go snap, all right? Snap. All right, we've gone through a lot of words here. Let me throw out a few. And if you guys can think of any other words like this, put them in the comments because I'd love to hear about it. So we talked about slap, clap, snap, and a lot of these are really similar, and they might take a while to get them all straight because native speakers, we just kind of grew up hearing them and becoming familiar with them. But if English is your second language, you might have to think a little bit more. And I suggest, as a tip, to visualize or even try to make the sound as you're using it, okay? For example, clap or snap or click or bam, okay? These are fun ways to remember useful words that sound like noises, okay? We talked a little bit about animal sounds, so, and I don't know why, but it seems like in every language, or at least in English and maybe Spanish, we teach babies what animals say. I don't know why that's so important to be one of the first things that they learn, but animal sounds, they're an easy thing to associate, right? We associate a sound with an animal, but it's interesting that in English we might say something different than in different languages, okay? Okay, we've had some more people join us. Sheila from Peru, welcome. Thanks for joining us, Sheila. She loves English and other languages. Awesome. Jay Jensen is watching. Ahmed is watching. Farf is watching. Jose, Halim, Saeed. Cool. Thanks, guys. And I challenge you to try to use these words and practice them and listen for them in your everyday life, okay? Onomatopoeia words. So, in English, we say that a dog barks, okay? Like bark, 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 bark. Or there's also woof, woof. W-O-O-F, woof. A bee, a little bee, goes buzz, buzz, all right? So we just had bark and buzz. And if anyone wants to type these in for me, that is helpful too. A horse says neigh, neigh, okay? And it's spelled kind of strangely, N-E-I-G-H. Aren't these words kind of fun? A frog goes ribbit, 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 ribbit. And a snake goes hiss, hiss, H-I-S-S. Okay? There are also words that have to do with air. So surprisingly, even though air, doesn't make a noise in itself, when it goes against things or, moves things, then it can make a sound. So for example, flutter, flutter. If you see a bunch of birds going off, boom, flutter. The birds fluttered away. Or I heard a flutter of wings. Okay? And thank you guys for sharing this video. There are lots of fun ways that we can help each other learn English. I love it. Another fun word is gasp. That's a good Halloween one. If you see something scary, you might go, oh my goodness. That's a gasp, okay? Gasp. All right. Another word is swoosh. Swoosh. If something, someone in a black cape goes by right in front of you and goes swoosh. All right. That's another fun word too. Swoosh. Cool. Oh, we got that on there twice. Sweet. Okay. I have a little quiz here. And we're going to play a game. What sound does it make? And these might be sounds that we already talked about, but we're also going to let you kind of use your best judgment to guess which sound fits. All right? Okay. Number one. This is the game. How does it sound? Number one, comment your answers here. The first one is, imagine a big pumpkin, right? Those big orange squash that we grow, drops on the ground. What sound do you think it would make? And I'm gonna see if I can add this here so you guys can comment and put your best guess here. Okay. Ooh, here we go, here we go. So just imagine a pumpkin hitting the ground. Okay, the first answer is going to be jingle. The second one is screech. The third one is splat. The fourth one is thud. Okay, what sound do you think a pumpkin makes when it hits the ground? And I'm so sorry guys, I wrote these out and I'm having a hard time making sure that they work. Oh, okay. I think I had to put the correct answer. Okay, as I'm figuring this out, let's see if anyone put that on there. Okay, Zachary says bang, that's a good memory there. Okay, we have some more people joining us for this game. Awesome. Okay, so I would say when a pumpkin hits the ground, it makes, could be two of these. It could be a thud or it could be a splat. Splat. Okay, I'm gonna write that in here for you guys. S-P-L-A-T. So splat, I imagine it kind of like squishes out and like the pumpkin just kind of gets destroyed. All right. Sorry, you might hear my dog barking a little bit. Just when you hear that. Oh, and there's some more sound effects. We might as well talk about it while we hear it. So a doorbell makes a sound ding dong, or ring. Okay. Jose, splat. Yeah, splat. Jose, splat. Yeah. Awesome. Yep. Thank you, Ines. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So I published the question. Let's see if you guys remember. How does a pumpkin sound when it's being dropped on the ground? All right, the quiz is up. Now I'm gonna do a second question as well, if you've already answered that one. And the question is, how does it sound a witch laughing? Okay, yeah. Ding dong is the doorbell sound. And bark is the dog sound, which you may hear in the background here. Okay. Ding dong. Okay. So far, it looks like you guys are saying screech. Some people are saying screech, and some people are saying bang. What do you guys think? What does a witch say? I'll do a little impersonation to help you out. That's how a witch laughs, okay? So does that sound like a bang or like a clink? A clink, I would think, is kind of like this sound. Ding, 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 ding. That's like a clink. A bam is pretty like loud, fierce sound. Okay, boom, bam. And a screech is like, okay? So I would say, well, let's publish the results here. Okay. So, a witch laughing, most people said screech, and I think that's the right word. So now you won't forget it because you'll think of my scary laugh. And going back to the first one, a pumpkin being dropped on the ground, Most people said splat, and I think that's a good one for that. It's probably not a jingle, and no one said jingle. A jingle, we have a song like jingle bells, that's kind of like a ting, 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 ting. That's what jingle means, so good job. I don't think a pumpkin goes jingle, jingle, jingle. No, it goes splat, right? All right, you guys ready for the next one? Omar, Jose, Abu, Omar, Mustafa, Tona. Okay, here we go. Next question. Okay. Okay, we have a few more questions going here. So, bats flying out of a cave. Imagine a bunch of bats. Do you know what a bat is? It's a little winged mammal and it flies out, you know. Sometimes they turn into vampires. Okay. So, what do you think the sound would be for bats flying out of a cave? I think of kind of like a okay. Sanchez is saying hiss, okay. What other words do you think could describe it? Okay. Also, we're going to ask you guys, what does a black cat sound like? And you might be changing your answers here. I'm not sure. Remember, a hiss is more like a s. It's more like a snake sound, okay? If it's in the air, I would probably pick a different word like flutter or swoosh or whoosh, okay? Flutter, okay. There you go. Zachariah is seeing that. Jose is answering the question about the cat. Perfect. Okay, you guys are confident that the cat says meow. Good job. That's too easy for him. Okay, what about this one? How does a werewolf sound? Remember, a werewolf, since we're talking about Halloween today, is a man who, when the moon comes out, he turns into this like scary dog creature, okay? How would a werewolf sound, do you think? Would it make a giggle sound, a bawl sound, a mumble sound, or a growl sound? What do you think? Put your answers in the little poll there. And we're going to have one last question after this in our How Does It Sound Halloween game. And I'm going to throw it on there. And the question is slime hitting the floor. Okay, so think of slime like thick, gooey stuff just like dripping down and hitting the floor. It's coming out of a potion or something, okay? What sound do you think that would make? Would it make a sprinkle sound, a squirt sound, a dribble sound, or a blop sound? All right. Okay, guys, as we're going here, hopefully you had a chance to answer some of those. I'm still getting used to this poll questions, but we're going to get it smooth eventually. And I'm just excited to be talking to you all on Halloween. We're all over the world, so we have different cultural traditions and ideas, but it's so cool that we can come together and practice English, even funny little words like we're doing today. Vicky says, Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Yarina says, hello. Awesome. I'm gonna open some the request to join. So if any of you want to hop on here and say hello, feel free to request to join and we can talk a little bit. I'm also interested to know just how your English is going. I hope you guys are having fun sharing these videos with your friends, practicing on the Hallow app. Be sure to follow me and the other teachers on the Hallow app. We've added a lot of cool new things like Hallow coins, where now you can give tips to your teachers, you can purchase hop-ons so you can talk to them on the app. It's really exciting. And my first time doing that will be tomorrow. So watch for my video tomorrow. Okay. Samir, do you like to learn cultures Somali? I would love to learn. I like to learn about all cultures. Jose thinks it's blop. I think that's a good answer, Jose. Awesome. Well, guys, I'm gonna get going to spend some more of Halloween with my family. I hope you've had fun with this little game, getting to know each other and a little bit more about American culture and onomatopoeia. So, thanks guys, and I'll be on the Hallow app tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Bye. See you guys. Bye, Jose.